Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Chris Albert here. I have facial hair. Got a little chin strap going here. Trying to bring it out. It's winter time. Well, it's not winter time. It's fucking October. But it's going to start to get cold out. So I got to sport some facial hair. And I got my fucking beanie on. I wanted to talk to you guys today a little bit about flexible dieting, right? So everybody's jumping on the flexible dieting bandwagon right now. That's fine. There's more than one way to skin a cat, brothers and sisters. But this is the thing. There's some things you should understand about flexible dieting and if it fits your macros before you start doing them. There are some simple rules that you should follow that will make your lives a whole lot easier in getting to your goals. These rules also apply to those of you who want a good physique but don't have time to prep like a bodybuilder or get your meals together like a bodybuilder. So I'm going to lay some of this stuff out for you. And if you got questions, hit me up. Rule number one. Whether you're a flexible dieter, a bodybuilder, a physique athlete, bikini athlete, or just a normal fucking shit face who's sitting at his desk all day long, or anybody, if you're fucking human, your foods should contain no more than one ingredient at a time. Now think about this rule for a second. How many ingredients are in a Twinkies? Probably like 30. Well, Twinkies are dead now, but then they resuscitated the whole product. But there's like, 30 ingredients that you can't pronounce in a Twinkie. How many ingredients are in bread? Well, depends on where you get the bread. It's at least 5 or 6. Friggin' sometimes there's like 30 in those too if you get that white bread shit that they have out there. Good old fashioned Italian crusty bread though. That's probably got like 5 or 6. Still got 6 ingredients. But a piece of meat, steak, what's that? How many ingredients does that got? It's got 1 ingredient, right? Now, yeah, you could throw spices on there. I don't count those as ingredients. My point is you want to eat whole foods, okay? You want to have most of your diet consist of whole foods. Of course, every once in a while, if it fits your macros, you're going to want to go out and get a Pop-Tart or something like that, and that's fine, but you can't live on Pop-Tarts alone. So I'd say about 90% of your food should be whole food. 2, and those who do not do this will go at their own peril. If you are going to do a flexible dieting program, then all that stuff they're saying about nutrient timing not mattering is bullshit. I really, really, really hope you guys understand that people are trying to sell you something that seems easy. And this doesn't make it that much more complicated. But one of the factors of nutrient timing and what they're finding more and more in research now is that insulin sensitivity and insulin resistance are a huge factor in whether or not you become a fat ass. So we need to make sure that you're eating your carbohydrates at times when you're most insulin sensitive. And for most of you, that is going to be right after you work out. So you should be eating about 75% of your carbohydrates immediately after your workout and the period following your workout. I'm not saying go out and fill up on a bunch of simple sugars or anything like that. If you're not up for a bodybuilder or trying to put on tons of mass, that's not going to be for you. But if you're going to eat carbohydrates like pasta, if you're going to eat rice, if you're going to eat potatoes, if you're going to eat any starch at all, it should be in the period of time following your workout, at least within 2 hours. You could have a little bit of carbohydrates before, but I wouldn't extend your carbohydrates throughout the day because that means you're consistently introducing insulin into your bloodstream and you're consistently getting your cells bombarded with insulin. And when your cells become bombarded with insulin, you become insulin resistant. That leads to greater chance of fat gain. That's science. 3, drink as much water as possible. Now, I'm going to suggest I have most of my male clients drink between 2.5 and 3 gallons of water a day. Female clients between 1.5 and 2 gallons of water a day. Uh, if you're active and you're sweating and you're doing a whole bunch of things, then you need tons of water. If you're not hydrated, then your cells will not respond. You will not be able to build muscle. You will not be able to burn fat without water. So that's the third rule. So 3 different rules for you that will make it much easier for you. There's no ebook here. There's no crazy friggin' bro science talk or anything like that. But 3 rules that you need to follow. 1, stick with whole foods. 2, time your nutrients. Make sure that you are eating most of your carbohydrates after you work out. 3, drink tons of water. Oh, and I'm going to add a 4th to that. When you eat your carbohydrates, make sure you don't eat your carbohydrates by themselves. Have some sort of protein or something like that with it too. That will keep the sugars from moving extremely fast. That's my cell phone blowing up like a motherfucker. That will keep your cells from being bombarded too much by simple sugars, and you will benefit by having those sugars slow down a bit. So have a little bit of fats and a little bit of protein, and that will also help you hit your fucking macros. If you guys got questions for me, you hit me up at gettingshredded@gmail.com. As always, it's GETTINGTOSHREDDED. You can also hit me up on my Instagram, and you can also hit me up on Facebook or any of the other wonderful social venues that you have. If you like my content, please subscribe. And in addition to that, I'm going to put a link in the descriptions for C.T. Fletcher's master plan. For those of you who know who C.T. Fletcher is and want to see the C.T. Fletcher project come alive, please donate to his Indiegogo project. I will talk to you all soon from Long Beach, California. Have a good night.